What's going on, guys? It's Greg here, aka NYPrepper. It is Thursday, January 23rd, 2025, and I have an emergency alert to share with you guys. Right now it is 14:07 Eastern Time here in the United States, and we currently have U.S. nuclear forces on very high alert. So right now we have a presidential Doomsday plane that took off from Washington, D.C., flew all the way to Kansas, and is now turning around and going back. Very, very unusual. And these Doomsday planes are for the president to command the U.S. military during World War III or a nuclear war. He would go airborne and command the entire U.S. nuclear arsenal from the air. It's right now over southern Illinois. But this is very strange. In addition to the Doomsday plane, we have a nuclear war command and control plane that was scrambled at the same time. And we also have a B-52 nuclear bomber that was scrambled from Shreveport, Louisiana. And it's actually currently getting aerially refueled, which is very unusual for a B-52 to get aerially refueled over the continental United States. So we have a Doomsday plane, a nuclear war command and control plane, and a B-52 nuclear bomber all getting scrambled at the same time this afternoon. So something's definitely going on. Now, in addition to these planes, in the last 2 hours or so, we've heard over 15 emergency action messages. They were being broadcasted non-stop, back-to-back. Usually that's a sign that something is going on. An emergency action message is a nuclear attack option that is broadcasted to our nuclear forces. Okay, so something's going on. I'm not sure exactly what. And then over the last week, we had data being broadcasted every single day on the primary U.S. nuclear war frequency. And I've personally never heard data be broadcasted for as long as it was, almost 5 days. And last night, we also had Russian Doomsday planes and VIP planes that went east to Siberia. 3 of them here, you can see, took off from Moscow and went to various places in Siberia. We also had more reconnaissance over Poland and the Baltic countries. We had 2 NATO recon planes in Poland and a Swedish recon plane in the Baltic Sea. There was also a P-8 Poseidon sub-hunter that was patrolling northern Norway. And a fiber optic cable was severed in northwest Alaska. Quintillion, which operates the fiber optic cable service to many coastal communities, says the cable has broken again. This will create weak to no internet for some customers on the North Slope and northwest Alaska. The break became known on Saturday morning. It's the second break for the company in 1 year and the third break in 18 months. The current cause of the outage is not yet known. The company believes it is somewhere in the Beaufort Sea. Winter is going to make it impossible to effect a speedy fix as repair ships cannot get through the solid sea ice on the surface. The last time the cable broke, it could not be repaired until late summer. Wow. So this cable in northwest Alaska getting cut for the third time in 18 months. This could potentially be Russia, guys, okay? So we'll see what Trump does about it, but could take months to repair this fiber optic cable. And the U.S. is deploying Typhoon missile launchers to a new location in the Philippines. The U.S. military has moved its Typhoon launchers, which can fire multi-purpose missiles up to thousands of kilometers, from the Laoag airfield in the Philippines to another location on the island of Luzon, a senior Philippine government source said. The Tomahawk cruise missiles in the launchers can hit targets in both China and Russia from the Philippines. The SM-6 missiles it also carries can strike air or sea targets more than 200 kilometers away. Those are air defense missiles. And the senior Philippine government source said the redeployment would help determine where and how fast the missile battery could be moved to a new firing position. That mobility is seen as a way to make them more survivable during a conflict. Typhons are relatively easy to produce, drawing on large stockpiles and designs that have been around for a decade or more, and could help the U.S. and its allies catch up quick in an Indo-Pacific missile race in which China has a big lead. Although the U.S. military has declined to say how many will be deployed in the Indo-Pacific region, more than 800 SM-6 missiles are due to be purchased by the U.S. military in the next 5 years, and several thousand Tomahawks are already in U.S. inventories. Wow. So massive buildup in the Philippines. And the Slovakian Prime Minister Robert Fico announced an emergency meeting of the Slovakian Security Council today due to concerns over a potential coup attempt by foreign agents allegedly involved in similar events in Georgia and Ukraine. Fico's statements suggest these agents aim to destabilize the Slovakian government, with references to a possible Maidan-style uprising, although these claims remain unverified. So a little bit paranoid. And the Russian Wagner mercenary group has been plotting attacks against Western infrastructure in Africa, including U.S. oil company Chevron's pipelines, according to leaked correspondence obtained by Ukraine's 24 channel. And what's interesting is, remember, a Wagner mercenary was caught at the Mexican border trying to cross into Texas about 2 weeks ago. He had thousands of dollars in cash and a drone and 2 passports. Okay. And I want to just show this video to you guys of the CEO of Oracle talking about a Big Brother system where they could use AI and security cameras to monitor everything that everybody does. And this is the same guy who spoke at a press conference 2 days ago about this new AI initiative that Trump signed that's going to cost up to $500 billion over the next few years. And he was talking about using mRNA vaccines to vaccinate people from cancer. Okay, basically using mRNA as a cancer vaccine. Now he's talking about Big Brother and using AI to monitor everything everybody does. Absolutely insane. This guy is crazy. Let me just play this for you.
The police will be on their best behavior because we're constantly recording, watching and recording everything that's going on. Citizens will be on the police will be on their best behavior because we're constantly recording, watching and recording everything that's going on. Citizens will be on their best behavior because we're constantly recording and reporting everything that's going on. And it's unimpeachable. The cars have cameras on them. I think we have a squad car here someplace. But those kind of applications using AI, if we can use AI, and we're using AI to monitor the video. So if that altercation that occurred in Memphis, the chief of police would be immediately notified. It's not people that are looking at those cameras, it's AI that's looking at the camera. No, you can't do this. It would be like a shooting. That's going to be immediately, that's going to be an event that's immediately, an alarm is going to go off, it's going to be, and we're going to have supervision. In other words, every police officer is going to be supervised at all times. And the supervision will, and if there's a problem, AI will report the problem and report it to the appropriate person, whether it's the sheriff or the chief or whomever we need to take control of the situation. We have, same thing. We have drones. We just, if there's something going on in a shopping center, and I'll stop. A drone goes out there, get there way faster than a police car. There's no reason for, by the way, high-speed chases. You shouldn't have high-speed chases between cars. You just have a drone follow the car. I mean, it's very, very simple.
So this guy's just totally insane, talking about constantly recording and watching everything.
Because we're constantly recording, watching and recording everything. We're constantly recording, watching and recording everything. We're constantly recording, watching and recording.
And there's a new fire that started in California near Highway 405 in Oxnard. And we also have the Hughes fire, which started yesterday. It's now up to over 10,000 acres. It's spreading really fast. What's